Well, I think we're playing Smash. Alright everyone, here we are. We're playing the ever-famous Adventure Mode from Super Smash Bros. Melee. We got Mario here for this one, of course, my main, and you know, the one thing I always loved about Adventure Mode was the fact there was a whole lot more than just fighting. We got full-on platforming, dungeon crawling, aw yeah, collecting red coins on the R-Wing, that was always my favorite part. Oh, and yeah, how can I forget about the beating up Pikachu's bit? You can't forget about the beating up Pikachu's bit, that part's great. Getting into the Blue Falcon and driving along Big Blue. Doy, wait a minute, this isn't Melee, this is a ROM hack. I really should have known, this part here really threw me off. But yes, today we're going to be taking a look at ROM hacks and mods for Super Smash Bros. But as you can clearly tell, this goes far beyond just Smash. This was actually the hack that inspired this entire video, Adventure Mode recreated in Super Mario 64. Such a cool idea. Given the nature of how that mode was done, the levels within really lend themselves to the movement options possible in SM64. It can be stressful too, man. There's a timed Brinstar escape like you would expect, and wow. If we ever needed a reminder that precision platforming wasn't really this game's strong suit, this would be it. But you may be saying, what if Mario isn't my main? Well, no worries there. We got a whole slew of extra characters to play as. You got Luigi, Fox, Ness, and even Captain Falcon, each with their own little slight tweaks. The only real issue though is Falcon isn't fast enough to outrace Samurai Goro's vehicle on foot, and admittedly, that would just be kinda cool. Big shout outs to the creator of this one, Pasta Power, man, such a cool idea and it was done so well. And as an additional bonus, they went ahead and hacked in not only Fox, but also Falco in the base Super Mario 64 as well. These basic little character swap hacks are such a simple pleasure in life, man, they're so cool. Oh man, you move so fast when you're carrying King Babam too, this is great. Alright King, I'm done with your shenanigans, let's go. Done with you. You're grounded. We're through. God damn it. Not really sure where this is going, but I'm excited. Oh, this is incredible. Hyrule Temple from Melee, the infamously huge stage with nooks and crannies aplenty. It is not something I've ever thought of before, but with some creative liberties, it does kinda make for a really fascinating platformer stage. And in Banjo-Kazooie, no less? It's so refreshing seeing this after playing as many Mario 64 hacks as I have. This is no simple drag and drop of the source stage either. All of the set pieces are definitely here, but there was a lot more added to make this feel as fulfilling as an actual Banjo level. We got 100 musical notes and 8 jiggies to collect. You gotta make that ride really enticing, you know? Yeah, you know, this area at the very bottom, that is definitely familiar, but scaling this mountainside to check out the top of these castles? Super cool idea, and it makes sense within the level's context. And my favorite part by far was the secret door that led to Zelda 2's title screen. Oh, I loved that a lot. To be totally frank here, half of the excitement was just playing a Banjo hack. You don't come across these very often. And it looks like the creator, Kirkle Mods, is just hacking this game left, right, and center. It's really cool. So, guess I got some more hacks to check out in the future. But okay, you clicked on this video, you saw the title, you very clearly want to see some actual Smash. I know it's rude to assume, but hey, I can't help it. The problem though is the modding scene for Smash is a bit complicated. At the moment, we have 6 different Smashes, and technically, modding is overflowing for all of them. Yes, even the Wii U and 3DS versions. The thing is though, most of what I found were either balance patches to tweak how the game plays, and texture hacks to simply make characters or even stages look like something totally different. Adding in Detective Pikachu to Smash 3DS, fighting on Sky Sanctuary from Sonic & Knuckles over the Kid Icarus Sky World stage, replacing Duck Hunt with the donkey from Shrek. Oh. And don't get me wrong here, all of this stuff is definitely neat and the future is totally exciting, but those familiar with my ROM hacking escapades know that I am looking for something a bit more substantial. The 2 obvious contenders that have the most interesting stuff going on are of course Smash Bros. Brawl and more recently Smash 64, but not too long ago a mod released for Melee that I have to say, I'm a big fan of. Well then, this character screen looks oddly familiar, doesn't it? This is Melee 64, a mod that transforms what you remember from Melee into something that more so resembles Smash 64. Character portraits reminiscent and even pulled from that original game. All of the models are much more low poly, something I have been championing for years, and the stage selection, oh man, this stuff is great. Not only does everything have low polygons and worse textures, something which, once again, big fan of, but we have locations spanning so many more games of that time that rarely, if ever, get any sort of representation. Pokemon Pinball, GoldenEye, the town from Satellaview, something that most people outside of Japan have no idea what that even is. And of course, we gotta have the best Super Nintendo game, Tetris Attack. Gotta have that one. There's even some Echo Fighter equivalents now with some extra costumes, like Daisy, young Link with his Oracle design, even some Fire Emblem characters from games that never got localized. Fan service is what Smash is all about in my opinion, but we all know there is so much that will never show up in an official game. So something like this is easily the next best thing. Mechanically speaking, yeah, this is just more Melee, but hey, this is a really fun way to experience the game that many of us have put so much time into over the years. Though there is also this hybrid gameplay style which is supposed to implement mechanics based on Smash 64, but I'm gonna be totally honest with you, I really can't tell that much of a difference. I'm no expert when it comes to the inner workings of Smash, so don't take my word when it comes to anything like that. It's fun, that's all you need to know. Melee 64 is a huge standout, but I would also be remiss if I didn't bring up the 20XX training pack, basically a tool to practice against more talented players. The computer AI is programmed so differently here, it's pretty neat getting to play against some techniques that you wouldn't see in the base game. The thing that I'm a big fan of though are the cosmetics. They are a big thing here. We got a bunch of new costumes for every single fighter. Some of these are some really major deep cuts, man, like Burn from Spirit Tracks. Never thought I would see this guy again. And there's also a handful of additional stages that all have really simplistic layouts, but utilize designs either from other games or from other Melee modes like Mushroom Kingdom from Adventure Mode. You can also just play on a flat GameCube. I don't know, man. It's basic, but that's perfect. 100%, this is definitely less exciting, but still, it is undoubtedly a helpful utility. But I will never be tournament competitive for Smash, I can tell you that much. You could have simplified this mod by telling me it features the Ice Climbers cosplaying as Fox and Falco. And I would have wanted to play that immediately. But alright, big elephant in the room here. You can't talk about Smash modding without thinking about the granddaddy of them all. It's time to jump into Smash Bros. Brawl and talk about, of course, Project M. Honestly, the legacy behind Project M kinda speaks for itself, and I was actually a bit nervous about the idea of trying to do this mod justice. It's basically a secret to nobody, but Brawl was never really a fan favorite when it came to how it played. Content-wise, top-notch. Mechanics? Nuh-uh. The physics were weird, the gameplay was slower paced, tripping. Dear God, the tripping sucked. So, due to the Wii being so easy to hack into to develop whatever your heart desired, leave it to a bunch of dedicated fans in the early 2010s to not only satisfy the needs of the competitive scene, but also go above and beyond with extra fan service. There are some really simple changes like separating the Pokemon trainers' Pokemon into their own character slots. You can throw in a full costume swap like Mr. L and Shadow Queen, that's really cool. All the way up to fully adding Mewtwo and Roy as new characters, playing just like you would expect them to, despite being totally cut from the original game. Oh man, and I hope I don't get annoying raving about stage selections, but this one is so good too. There's a bunch of new layouts for stages that typically had gimmicks that you couldn't disable, to having something entirely new like Bowser's Castle. This stage is great. For years, for an unfortunate long time, I thought this was just a balance mod. You know, when you really dive into the mechanics, there are definitely a lot of changes, but I kinda thought that was it. And like I said, I already know I am not qualified to properly show everything off here. There are so many things that make this an overall better gameplay experience. But coming from my really simple brain here, using the phrase better than Brawl is the blanket statement that describes this the best. It feels a whole lot better for sure, but all of those extra fan service options really push it over the edge. Which makes it all the more of a shame because back in 2015, the Project M team announced it would stop development of the mod, leaving the future of the Brawl modding scene completely uncertain. Oh what, you thought we were done here? Oh no, of course not. When you have something as popular as Project M was being dropped, that obviously leaves the door wide open for more dedicated fans to come in and pick things right back up with Project Plus releasing in 2019. In essence, this is kinda just more of what the original PM offered. A much cleaner interface, so many more stage locations like a corrupted Hyrule Castle, Yoshi's Cookie, Wario Land. Oh my god, seeing anybody remember Wario Land gives me immense joy. Each stage on the selection screen has multiple options selectable, which is really cool. So many more costumes, dude, like so many. Holy cow, Pig Ganondorf, that's amazing. The music selection is so much more diverse with a ton of great remixes that fit in perfectly, and much more defined different movesets, like Charizard having Thunder Punch, Wario having his Fist Slam from Shake It. Dude, Knuckles, holy cow, Knuckles is a playable character in here, and he feels great. Looking into the history of this mod, it turns out that Knuckles was actually in development hell when Project M was still around. So seeing him finally released in a great way in Project Plus, it's really cool to see. I feel so foolish, man, for assuming these mods were mainly for competitive purists and nothing more. That could not be any further from the truth. Now that I've put in a few hours to both of these, I would go as far as to say these may as well be considered an entirely new Smash game. I know many people already do that, but hey, now I'm saying it, and I couldn't recommend it any higher. And hell, a lot of the same things can be said about Brawl Minus too, which set out to do a lot of the same things, just a lot more memey. Yeah man, why not? Nothing like a good old trip through Lavender Town, the scariest place ever to really get my blood flowing, you know? I mean, look at Sonic Go here. Oh, he is definitely excited. Again, a lot of the specific changes are totally lost on me, but hey, Pichu is in this. That's really cool. And when you do a down special, it basically explodes. Big fan. Oh god, Waluigi is playable in this too. Oh no, never thought I would see this day. This is still a really good time. In my eyes, this is not as exciting as Project M or Project Plus, but this definitely fills in a need for a Smash game that's more nonsensical, and I can always get behind that. If only we can get a little bit more nonsensical. Oh dear god. Oh man, is that PlayStation All-Stars menu music? Oh man, when that plays, you know you're in for a good time. Do you remember all of these super old pictures on the internet of these huge, fake Smash rosters? Well, clearly someone saw that as a challenge. Dude, okay, Geno, Dragonite, Crash Bandicoot, Bomberman, Dante, Scott Pilgrim, Goku, what is happening? This is a real thing. So many extra characters too as costumes for other characters. Do you ever thought you would see Clank, Alien, Lip, and Rusty fighting on Battlefield? Well, luckily Smash Infinite has fulfilled your oddly specific dreams. Oh, and Big Pikachu is here? Thank goodness. Oh. Oh no. What's really absurd about all of this is for any of the new characters on the roster, they actually kinda have original movesets. All of them. What, did you think Crash would just be a simple clone of Mario or something like that? No! Doesn't really play like you would expect him to, but no, he is still a totally unique character. This is all incredibly cursed. But there is a stage based on the Minish. You know, the Minish from Minish Cap. That was a great game, so I really like having a stage here that is bound to give this mod a perfect 10 out of 10. I did not have fun playing this. Like, not at all. Morbid curiosity that kept me experimenting for like 2 hours and ultimately had a good time? Absolutely, but I don't know if I would use the word fun. Like Project Plus from earlier, this does kinda qualify as an entirely different Smash game, but for completely different and some hysterical reasons. Next time you and some friends want to have a Smash Bros night, suggest playing this one instead. And if those friends stick around, hold on to them dearly. Oh, I feel like I'm dealing with sensory overload now. Is this real life? Well, at least for today, we are done talking about Brawl. If you want something really good or something really cursed, there's something for you. But now it's time to go to something that I'm a little bit more interested in. Time to go more old school. It's time to talk about Smash 64. This is, in my opinion, the most exciting modding scene at the moment, as far as Smash is concerned, simply based on how new it all feels. As expected, on a bare bones level, we do have a few new individual stages. There's Tetris-themed, Banjo-Kazooie, Bomberman 64, even a brand new Break the Target stage featuring elements from every main level, which is really cool. Big shoutouts to Snooplax. He does a great job showcasing mods like this and many more, and is even responsible for creating a few of these. Wouldn't have known about some of these levels if it wasn't for him, so good job, dude. Like this full hack right here, Super Sonic Bros. A mod pack that replaces all of the stages with ones inspired by the original Sonic the Hedgehog, with all of the appropriate music attached to them, of course. They're simple layout changes here, we're not dealing with any new gimmicks or anything like that, but they all still feel like the stages they're representing, and that is all I need to see. And also, there's a Sonic 2 variant here, Super Sonic 2 Bros. And I mean, come on now, Sonic 2 is better than Sonic 1, so singing those same exact praises, but with Sonic 2 themes instead? This instantly makes this the better hack. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. Gameplay-wise, Smash 64 is definitely less intense than all of the newer entries, so having stuff like this is a great incentive to give this old game another shot, especially since you see most of what these hacks have to offer in a single run of the single-player mode. A perfect way to experience what these are all about. But if you're a long-time ROM hack episode watcher on my channel, you already know that I love when someone can take an old game and completely transform it into something totally new. Brawl definitely had that, but it's infinitely cooler when we get that with something even older. Everybody say hello to Smash Remix. So you know how a mod like Project Plus adds an incredible amount of content and customization to Brawl? Well, I love that I'm able to say that Smash Remix does the same exact thing, but for Smash 64. Oh baby, this character select menu. I love this. We got all these melee characters showing up, even a couple from Brawl and beyond. All of these new fighters have new movesets too. They play just like you think they would, even with the limited options of Smash 64. And on all of the returning characters, pressing the D-pad in a different direction brings up variations like polygon versions, accessing Metal Mario, Giant Donkey Kong, even Giga Bowser, and even, why not, regional variants. I do believe this means gameplay differences, but the most important change is while American Smash goes, Japanese Smash goes. That is very important. And oh man, I'm gonna do it again. The stage selection, holy cow, this is so good. There's multiple pages. Oh, you get to play on the desk from the opening cutscene, and it's called First Destination. That is so clever. The only real way to describe Smash Remix is absolute overload. Enough changes were implemented to make the game feel distinct from the pure Smash 64, so with that in mind, being able to play with new and familiar characters on stages like Mementos from Persona 5, Goomba Road from Paper Mario, a basketball court from NBA Jam, I guess? It's probably from another Smash mod, but I don't know. You get to slam dunk your opponents with the barrels. That's all I needed to see, man. The stage is great. New challenge levels for all of the new fighters, a pretty cool 12-character battle mode, sort of similar to Smashdown from Ultimate, and the best part, this hack is still getting updated consistently. As I was working on this episode, a new version dropped with new items, Kirby hats for all of the new fighters, which is great because I was ready to complain that they weren't in the version I was working with before this dropped, and the Bowser hat on Kirby is just so damn cute, and even, oh man, get this, the Mad Piano from Super Mario 64 as a playable fighter. Oh, this is amazing. He can chomp you, he shoots books at you. When you taunt, he plays a little bit of music. This is amazing. And something else really cool is you can even play this on a real Nintendo 64. Simply load up the ROM on something like an EverDrive and boom, it's like it's a real game or something. Sure, it definitely looks worse than an emulator, no doubt, but there is something really cool about being able to play this on an actual console. You can actually do the same thing with that Banjo-Kazooie hack too. That's so much fun. Man, the ROM hacking scene is so damn cool. Okay, so what did we learn today? Well, we learned that the Smash modding community is fascinating, to say the least. But when you have some really great games out there like Melee 64, Project Plus, Smash Remix, even Smash Infinite, we get hacks and mods out there that totally stand out on their own. So for instance, if you really want to play Smash, but you're not really feeling like playing pure Smash that day, this is the route you can take, and you're gonna have a ton of fun doing it. But you know, maybe I'm being a bit unfair here. We talked about Smash 64, Melee, Brawl, even glossed over 3DS and Wii U, but Ultimate I haven't talked about yet. Despite that game being brand new, there is totally a modding scene going around, and they're doing some pretty neat stuff, so I gotta do that game justice. Let me see what I can find here. There has to be something cool that I haven't checked out yet. Oh man, that's really cool. Okay, so it looks like somebody modded Steve's meat back into his victory animation. Technology's amazing.